Hello guys, Namaste. Welcome to my channel Mars IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about UPSC. And one more thing I want to tell before starting only. This video is particularly for aspirants, UPSC aspirants, those who are beginners. They don't know anything about UPSC. They don't know anything about UPSC. Then you must watch this video. And this video is for you. Because in this video I am going to discuss everything related to UPSC. What is UPSC? Why UPSC? Why you want to become an IAS officer? Exam pattern, how many stages will be there? Everything I will discuss in this video. Okay? Now let's go into the video. First of all, we need to know about UPSC. What is UPSC? What is UPSC? Tell me. You don't know? Okay. What is UPSC? UPSC, CSC. What is the difference between these? What do you know about UPSC and CSC? Actually, abbreviation is UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. It is Union Public Service Commission. Okay? And what about CSC? CSC means Civil Services Examination. This exam is conducted by UPSC every year. Every year, UPSC is conducting CSC exam. UPSC is conducting not only CSC, IES is there. Engineering services is there. Like that, so many other examinations are there. But CSC is particularly for recruitment of IAS, IPS, IFS and many other are there. Mainly these three. Okay? And Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service. What about IFS? IFS means Forest or Foreign Service. Okay? Here IFS means Indian Foreign Service. Not forest. Forest is not that. For forest service examination, there is another examination is conducted by UPSC only. But you need to focus here for prelims. IFS also same. And for mains, for CSC is different and forest service is different. Okay. This is about UPSC. And what is UPSC? CSC? CSC means what? Tell me. CSC is a Civil Services Examination which is conducted by UPSC for recruitment of IAS, IPS, IFS and some more subjects. Okay? This is about UPSC, CSC. UPSC is, see, CSC is a national level examination. national level examination conducted by UPSC. Okay, here so many aspirants are there in India, throughout India. If you have degree, whatever it may be the degree, whether it is a open degree or a normal degree, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. And those are eligible for this examination. Those are any degree is there. If you have any degree, then you are eligible for this UPSC examination. Okay. And CSE is conducting. CSE means National Level Examination conducted by UPSC. Okay. UPSC is conducting this exam. Every year this exam is going to conduct. Even in Corona, in bad situations also, these exams are conducting. Okay. Now, we will know about why UPSC only. Why UPSC? Why not APPSC or ATSPSC or any other PSCs in every state? PSC means Public Service Examination. Public Service Examinations. In every state, these examinations will be conducting. Okay, but UPSC means it is central level examination. Head will be in Delhi. It is throughout India we are writing examination. For suppose if you are in if this is India, here Delhi, okay, this part belongs to Andhra, okay, for example I am telling. If you are writing APPSC, which is conducted by Andhra Pradesh, Group 1, Group 2, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, okay. If you crack this examination, okay, if you crack this examination, then you will be getting deputy collector. Maximum deputy collector we will get. Other jailers, assistant commissioners, like that will be their post. But maximum you will get deputy collector only. Okay. But if you write UPSC, which is conducting every year, okay, if you write this examination and if you crack it, then you will directly go to Labasana, Musari, for trading IAS. Directly you will become an IAS officer if you crack this UPSC examination. If you crack APPSC, then you won't become an IAS officer. Maximum post is deputy collector only. See, you need to understand here, maximum post is deputy collector only. Here, if you crack this, you will get a direct IAS, IPS, IFS. IFS means foreign services here. So, if you, and one more thing here, if you get a deputy collector and after 10 years, then maybe via promotions you will be getting an IAS officer via promotion, but you have to wait for another 10 years. But if you don't want to wait for another 10 years, and if you are preparing for UPSC, directly you can crack it. If you prepare for minimum 2 to 3 years, you have to focus, okay, then you will definitely become an IAS officer, whatever it may be your dream job. IAS, IPS, IFS, whatever it may be, you will become an IAS. Definitely, you can crack it. Okay. So, this is about UPSC. Why you want to become an IAS officer? Next thing. See, you no need to tell about why you want to become an IAS officer to me. First of all, think why you want to become an IAS officer. Just think about it. Why? Just think 1 or 2 seconds. Think about why you want to become an IAS officer, why you want to become an IAS officer. No need to tell the reason why you want to become an IAS officer. Just tell yourself, think about it, and tell your soul only about this. Whether it may be a job security or any other reasons for serving the people, no matter what it is, you just tell yourself why you want to become an IAS officer, because it is very important in interview. They will definitely ask you, because they want to know the young bureaucrats, young aspirants, how they are, why they want to become an IAS officer. Definitely they will ask in interview. So think about this and make a beautiful answer in yourself, with yourself only. Okay. Now we will discuss about syllabus and pattern. Syllabus syllabus I will discuss in another video. Now we will discuss only the pattern. Okay. This syllabus I will discuss in another video, crystal clear one. In detailed manner I will discuss. Okay. Here pattern I will discuss in this video. Pattern of UPSC. Pattern I will discuss is. See, wait. We need everything. Okay. Pattern I will discuss this. Sorry. Pattern of UPSC. There are 3 stages in the UPSC. 3 stages are there. Okay, what are they? First, prelims. Is it visible for you in video? If it is not visible, then I will tell. There are 3 stages here. There are 3 stages which UPSC is conducting. 3 stages. What are they? Prelims, mains, and interview. Every year this is exam. Every year will be conducting. 3 stages are there. Okay. Prelims, mains, interview. If we discuss about prelims. In prelims, there are again two papers are there, exam papers, GS1 and CSAT. CSAT, it is in this examination there are mostly aptitude, reading comprehension will be there, and quant reasoning, basic numeracy. I will discuss everything syllabus about. First you need to know about, there are 3 stages in UPSC which is conducting by UPSC. There are 3 stages are there, mainly prelims, mains and interview. In prelims there are 2 papers are there. Okay, 2 papers are there, GS1 and CSAT. And syllabus I will discuss in another video. Here only I am telling about pattern. In this paper there are a few topics are there. I will discuss it. I will discuss everything about in another video. Here this examination will be conducted for 200 marks. Same here also 200 marks. Time will be 2 hours. Here also time will be 2 hours. Here how many questions will be there? 100 questions will be there into 2 marks each, 200 marks. Okay, and here 80 marks, 80 questions will be there. 80 questions into 2.5 mark. Each question carries 2.5 marks. Total 200 marks. Okay. And one more thing you need to know. In CSAT paper, you just need to qualify this examination only. You don't need to get out of 200. You don't need to get 150 plus something like that. These are this is just for qualification only. You need to get around 70 marks. Okay, I am telling round figure only. Below this only the exact figure is there, but I am telling for safe side, I am telling 70 marks. You need to get at least 70 marks if you want to crack prelims. So in CSAT you must get 70 marks. Definitely you have to get it, otherwise your paper will not be evaluated. Okay, and you need to get at least in GS1 paper you need to get at least 110 marks at least, then you will be in safe side. Maximum I am telling, if you want to be in safe side, then 110 to 120 means then you can go to mains examination. Okay, these marks will not be evaluated in the final mark sheet. Okay, so you need to crack these prelims. Okay, these marks are not at all in final, not at all evaluating in final mark sheets. Okay, so if now we will discuss about the mains. In mains there are total 9 papers are there. Okay, in mains there are total 9 papers are there. Here also 2 papers, 7 papers. Here 2 papers are there now. Here they are English. Compulsory you have to write this examination, and any language. Example, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, any language in India. Okay, you have to take, for example, I am from Andhra Pradesh, so I know Telugu. I have to take Telugu definitely, and for each exam will be conducting 300 marks. Here, and English also is there. English also you need to get 300 marks will be there. For example, I am from Andhra Pradesh, and I know Tamil very well rather than in Telugu. Then I will take Tamil as my paper, and I have to write an exam for 300 marks in Tamil only. Okay. Only this exam, not all exams. Only this paper only will be conducting for 300 marks. Only English paper will be conducting for 300 marks. Like letter writing, letters, comprehension, basic grammar. Like that, they will conduct it. You can easily write these examinations. No need to focus very deeply in these 2 examinations, in these 2 papers. Okay, and you have to get only minimum marks required. For these 2 papers only. These examination, whatever you get marks, they are not evaluating in last final mark sheet. They are not taking these marks. So you need to just qualify this with minimum marks. Okay, and another papers are very, very important. because these 7 papers, they are evaluating it in a final mark sheet. So these 7 papers which I am going to tell now, they are very, very, very important. You need to focus definitely we need to focus with full intention. Okay, so listen carefully here. There are 7 papers. First paper is paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, paper 5, paper 6, paper 7. Okay. First paper, essay. Very, very important essay. 250 marks. Okay. And second paper, also known as GS1. It is also conducted for 250 marks. Second, paper 3. Okay. This is known as GS2 paper. This is also conducting for 250 marks. GS3. This is for 250 marks. GS4. This is also for 250 marks. Okay. And these 2 papers are for optional paper. Both are having 250 marks. Each 250 marks. And if you concentrate only for optional, then you will get for 500 marks. Optional. Very, very important, this optional paper. And easy means ethics. GS4 is easy, essay is easy. If you concentrate these 2, then you will definitely get high chances of getting marks, high marks than these 3. Because here history, geography will be there, art and culture will be there, Indian society will be there, world history will be there, like that will be there. So many are there. It is little bit difficult to study all in one subject only, in one paper only. Here you need to study polity, governance, international relations, like that. Here we need to focus on agriculture, economic development, environment, science and technology. You need to study more subjects, internal security, in only one paper for 250 marks. If you study only ethics and case study, then you will get 250 marks. You will definitely get high chances of marks here. And also if you concentrate on writing essays daily, every weekly, then you here also you will get high chances of getting marks here. Okay. So these are about the mains papers. Okay. And next thing is you need to know about interview. This is all about mains. And syllabus I will discuss in another video. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow I will discuss it in the video. And now we will discuss about interview. Interview they are going to conduct for 275 marks. In interview they will definitely ask about everything. They will have your CV will be there in front of you and they will analyze you everything, and this will be conducting for 275 marks. So here broadly I will explain. Prelims 2 papers, GS1, CSAT. In mains total 9 papers. Out of 9 papers 2 papers are any language and English. Here 7 papers are there. GS 1, essay, GS 2, GS 3, GS 4 and optional. Optional papers 2 are there. 2 papers are there. Okay. Total 1750 marks plus interview 275 marks. Total 2075 marks. So sorry. Sorry, 25 marks. UPSC is going to conduct this exam for 2025 marks, 2025 marks. Okay, and one more thing you need to discuss, you need to know here, in every paper, in each and every paper, you need to get minimum marks, 25% of marks minimum. Minimum you need to get in every paper. Okay, at least 25 marks you need to get. For example, if you are having in essay paper you didn't write well examination. Okay, for suppose you are not, you don't know anything about essay, so you didn't write anything and you got only 20 marks only you got in the UPSC. Out of 250 marks you got only 20 marks, for example, in essay. And in GS1 you got 140 by 250. In GS2 you got 150 out of 250. In GS3 you got 30 marks only, 250. Like this it will not be repeated again. Okay, because they will be disqualified you. They will disqualify you, because you need to get a minimum 25% marks. Minimum 25% of marks is compulsory in each and every subject. Okay, not in every subject, I mean every paper. Okay, in every paper you need to get minimum at least 25% marks is there. Okay, so this is about UPSC, CSC. Everything about UPSC and CSC. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, Mars IAS Academy. Please like, share and tell your friends also to watch these videos. And I will be explaining syllabus in a detailed manner in another video. In coming videos I will definitely tell, and also I will tell I will take free courses also for quality. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.